Hi everyone, in this video we are going to discuss an important concept in agile software development called user story. User stories are widely used in agile development to describe software requirements from the perspectives of end user. In this, we will understand what a user story is, its purpose, the story template, industry principle, and the three C's of user stories, how user stories are used in project and their importance. What is a user story? It is a tool used in agile development to capture a description of a software feature from a end user perspectives. In simple words, user story explains what a user wants from the software and why that functionality is valuable to them. User stories are considered the smallest unit of work in an agile framework. They are designed to explain how a particular piece of work will provide value to the customer. For example, we are developing an online application system, shopping system. A customer may want to search for products easily. Instead of writing a long technical requirement, we can describe the requirement from the customer point of view. The user story mainly focuses on who the user is, what the user wants, and the value the user expects. Purpose of a user story. The main purpose is to put end users at the center of conversation. In traditional software development, requirements may sometimes be described mainly through technical specification. However, agile development focuses on understanding the actual needs and problem of your real users. User stories help development teams focuses on solving real problems for real people rather than simplify implementing abstract requirements. Next, we will discuss about user story template in the left side of the slide. Who is the user? What the user wants? Why does the user want it? A commonly used format is as a type of user, I want some goal so that some benefit. For example, as a customer, I want to search for a product so that I can easily find the product I need. Here the customer represents the type of the user. Searching for product represents the what a user wants. Finding the required product quickly represents the benefits or value, and it has some acceptance criteria to meet the requirements. The main conversation is focused on the user needs and the value delivered by the feature. In the right side of the slide, the real user story examples are given. Let us consider one real world example, food delivery application. A customer wants to track the status of order after placing it. We can write a user story such as a customer, I want to track my food delivery order so that I can know when my order will arrive. Here in PPT, they will give account manager want a sales report of my account to be sent my inbox daily so that I can monitor the sales progress of my customer portfolio. Next is invest principle. A good user story should follow the invest principle. It is used to express the qualities of a good user story. I stands for independent. User story should be as independent as possible so that can be developed without strong dependency on other stories. N stands for negotiable. It should not be treated as a fixed technical specification. These details can be discussed and refined through conversation between the customer, product owner and the development team. V stands for valuable. Every user story should provide some value to the customer. Estimable. The development team should be able to understand the story well to estimate the effort required to complete it. Small. A user story should be small enough to be completed within a reasonable development period, using within a sprint. T stands for testable. The story have clear conditions that allow the team to verify whether the expect functionality has been successfully implemented. Benefits of user stories in Agile Invest. Value added delivery, facilitates collaboration, promotes mutual understanding, incremental building of a product, facilitates transparency, keep everyone in synchronization. 3 C's in user story. Another important concept related to user stories is 3 C's. conversation and confirmation. Card. It can be written on cards. These cards can be prioritized, estimated and scheduled according to their importance and complexity. Second C is conversation. The development team and the stakeholders discuss the story to specify requirements and clarity. To bring clarity. Through conversation, the team can understand what the user really needs. Next C is confirmation. It means verifying the developed software meets the expected requirements and acceptance criteria. For example, if the user story is about tracking a food delivery order, the team should confirm that the customer can actually view the order status and receive the expected information. These are the samples for user story card, conversation and confirmation processes. Working with user stories. The below points represents the working with user stories. First, the user story is fully written. Once it is written, it undergoes reviews and verification. During the project workflow meetings, the story is reviewed and verified before being added to the actual workflow. The actual requirements and functionalities are then decided based on the stories. The team also considers the complexity of each user story. Stories are scored or estimated based on their complexity, and the team uses this information to decide how much work can be completed. Based on the priorities and the estimates, the teamwork starts on selected user stories. This helps the team to organize in a systematic way. Importance of creating a user stories. Provide a clear idea about the requirements. This is the first point. Next, they make software features easier to understand because they describe them for a user point of view. Higher customer satisfaction because the development team focuses on delivering functionality provides the actual value. Next one is speed up the development process by breaking large requirements into smaller and manageable pieces of works. Effective work environment by providing a shared understanding of what user needs to be. User stories also enable collaboration between teams. Finally, they support the delivery of valuable software by keeping the development process and focused on user needs and business value. Advantages of using user stories in agile development. Here in the slide, I am giving the 10 important advantages of user stories, and examples are also given in the explanations are also given in the right side of this slide. First one is customer-centric approach. It mainly focuses on the needs and expectations of the end user. Improved communication. Common language for customers, developers, testers and stakeholders. It mainly reduces the misunderstandings between them. Simplifies requirements. Complex requirements are broken into small and manageable. Supports agile flexibility. User stories can be modified, added or removed as customer needs change during the project. Better prioritization. Prioritize the user stories based on the business value, customer importance. Encourages collaboration. Facilitates iterative development. Define clear acceptance criteria. Each user story typically includes acceptance criteria to make it easier to verify the feature meets the expectations. Improve estimation, enhances product quality. Disadvantages of using user stories in agile software development. Lack of detailed requirements. User stories provide only a high-level description and may omit some important technical details. Dependence on communication. Difficult for larger or complex projects. Scope creep. Frequent changes to user stories may increase project scope and delay delivery. Inconsistent story quality. Limited technical documentation. Estimation challenges. Requires experienced product owner. Dependency management issues. Testing complexity. Before moving to the thank you slide, I have to discuss about some of the examples I will give from user need to user story. Let us now connect all the concepts with one example. Okay, imagine that we are developing an online shopping application. The customer says, I want to know when my order will arrive. We convert this requirement into a user story. As a customer, I want to track my order so that I can know when it will arrive. The team then discusses the story with the stakeholders to understand the exact requirements. The story is reviewed and prioritized. The team estimates its complexity and decides when it can be developed. The team develops a feature and verifies whether it satisfies the accepted acceptance criteria. This example demonstrates how a simple customer needs can be converted into an actionable piece of agile development work. The focus remaining on delivering value to the customer. Therefore, user stories plays an important role in connecting user customer needs, business value, and software development in agile products. Thank you for listening.